All right, let's jump right into one of the biggest what ifs in TV history. We're going to unravel one of the most beloved sitcoms of all time, all by changing a single moment right at the very beginning.
I mean, really think about that. 10 seasons, iconic friendships, one of the biggest love stories ever told, and all of it, every single bit, hinges on one decision. So, what happens if that choice goes the other way? What if the entire story we know and love just never existed?
And that's the moment, right there. Instead of a panicked bride in a soaking wet wedding dress bursting into a coffee shop, Rachel Green stays. She marries Barry Farber. And with that one choice, the whole timeline just fractures into a completely different reality. So where does that actually leave her? Let's take a look at the life of, well, Rachel Farber. On the surface, it's pretty much everything she was ever told she was supposed to want.
I mean, it all looks perfect on paper, doesn't it? She gets the big house, she's financially secure, she has the dentist husband with a steady career. It is, by every measure, the life she was groomed for, the safe, comfortable, predictable path. And that right there cuts straight to the core of the whole problem. The entire journey of Rachel Green is about her finding her own identity, choosing independence over just being comfortable. And Barry, well, Barry represents the complete opposite of that entire journey.
You know, her unhappiness wouldn't be some big, sudden explosion. It would be a slow burn. That kind of creeping realization that the conversations all feel empty, that the excitement is just gone. And the most important part, without her friends, she has no support system. There's no Monica there to tell her, hey, you deserve more than this. She'd be completely and utterly on her own.
And that is exactly where the ripples start to spread. Because Rachel staying with Barry doesn't just change her life, it basically prevents the friend group as we know it from ever really coming together.
So let's trace this domino effect. The very first domino gets tipped over the second Rachel says, I do.
And this is the most important domino of them all. She never burst into Central Perk, that nervous, fateful reunion with her old high school friend Monica Geller. It just doesn't happen. The spark that literally ignites the entire series is snuffed out before he even gets a chance to catch.
You have to understand, Monica is the anchor. She's the hub that connects everyone. So no Monica means no introduction to Phoebe, Joey, or Chandler. And most critically, no reunion with Monica's brother.
And all of this builds to the biggest consequence of them all. Because if Rachel never reconnects with Monica, it means the single most defining relationship of the entire show is erased from existence.
Just stop and think for a second about what's lost. All that will they, won't they tension, the Vegas wedding, the arguments, the romance. I got off the plane. All of it, gone. Ross and Rachel don't break up. They never even get started.
The impact on Ross alone is just profound. Without Rachel, his life is probably way more stable. Maybe he's even more successful professionally. But he never has to face his deeper insecurities. She was the one who challenged him, who forced him to grow. Without her, his life is predictable for sure, but it's also so much less emotionally rich. And the rest of the group feels that absence too. Rachel brought this specific kind of vulnerable, funny, transformative energy that just balanced everyone else out. Without her, the dynamic is incomplete. The group is smaller, it's less layered, and it's just, well, it's less friends. So let's bring this all the way back around to Rachel, because her story is really the key to understanding why that first episode is so powerful. It's not just about a runaway bride. It's about something way, way deeper. Let's really consider this for a second. If she goes through with the wedding, she's locked in. What does her future realistically look like then? Well, there are really only two paths, right? Either she stays, and she lets that quiet unhappiness just eat away at her, slowly erasing the person she was always meant to become, or she leaves later. But later is so much harder. Later might come with kids, a mortgage, a whole life built together. The escape becomes infinitely more complicated. And that is exactly why the timing was so crucial. Her decision wasn't just about rejecting Barry. It was about grabbing on to this rare, perfect moment of clarity. A split second where she realized with absolute certainty, this is the wrong path for me. When you strip everything else away, her story isn't really about romance at all. It's about courage. The pure, terrifying courage it takes to admit you've made a massive mistake, to throw away a perfect future, and to start over from absolute zero. This is the heart of it right here. So many people stay in situations that aren't right for them because it's comfortable, because it's safe. Rachel's story hits so hard because she chose the terrifying, uncertain, messy path, because she knew deep down it was the only one that was truly hers.
So what if Rachel married Barry? She would have had a life, but she wouldn't have had her life. And that's the real takeaway. Sometimes the most important life-defining moments aren't about what you run towards, but what you have the incredible courage to run away from.